Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, where today I'm going to be looking back on the Euro 2020 final, which England lost against Italy. And yeah, football's not coming home, and it's a real shame that it isn't, because obviously how far we got in the tournament, I did not expect us to even get this far. I thought round of 16 we'll get knocked out in, because there's not much to look forward to. But England actually got through in the round of 16, even the quarterfinals, even the semi-final, to reach the final. And I think the main thing that we need to say is how proud I am of this England side. Like, sure, I wanted England to win the Euros, but some things just aren't meant to be. They're really not. And in this scenario, England losing, yeah, it hurts. It really does hurt, and especially when it's a penalty shootout, when it could go one way or the other. But we should be proud of England and the players, because they've gotten so far in this tournament. So if we talk about the game itself, we started with a 3-4-3 formation with 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, and then the midfielders and the 3 up front. And I've got to say, going with that formation against Italy, who like to dominate possession and have a lot of control in midfield, I feel like it was better to go with the 3-4-3 formation, and then later on you can change it up if needs be. And we got off to a flyer. We really did, with Luke Shaw smashing in a volley 2 minutes into the game. I mean, if you want to change the blueprint for Italy and how they play the game, just score in the first 2 minutes. Changes it all up. You're thinking, wow, this is incredible. Like, we could be on the way to winning the Euros. And maybe we can progress perhaps with another goal. Like, we're on top. Like, we're doing so well against Italy in the first few minutes. But as the game progressed, I feel like Italy got back into the swing of things, had a lot more control in possession and dominating the midfield. England at times was struggling against it. And then from that, leading into the second half, and about half an hour to go until the end of the game, we concede a set piece. And the ball is just scrambling around in the box. You're thinking, oh, someone get to it. But an Italy player got to it, and yeah, it was unfortunate that England conceded from that. It felt like we were trying to get it to penalties, like not making changes soon enough. Like, sure, we brought on Saka and Grealish, Henderson even came on, Rashford and Sancho. Like, I felt like those substitutions could have been made a lot sooner, and we could have changed the game up incredibly by adding pace on the wings. But we didn't, because we left it until the last 3 minutes to bring on Sancho and Rashford in extra time and going into penalties. Sure, they would be most likely taking the penalties, which I'll get onto in a second. But it felt like they could have made a lot more difference in the game had they been on a lot sooner. And even if we lost the game, at least we changed it up and tried something different. But now we just let the game go out as a draw, go into extra time, and then into the penalty shootout. I will say as well that with the game itself, the referees in the game were poor. Like, they were just giving away all these niggly fouls, and just when play could have continued on, and even England felt like we could have had some fouls here and there, but we didn't. Like, the ref just wasn't giving them, and Italy should have had like probably 2 players sent off. But that didn't happen. I mean, Chiellini grabbing hold of Saka's shirt and just dragging him down to the floor. I mean, that's just assault. Sure, you could say that it is a tactical foul, but he still dragged him down and it was so unneeded. And yeah, so that happened. And then you have Jorginho, despite winning the ball, he still went through on Jack Grealish when it wasn't needed. And VAR in the past with those kind of decisions have looked at it and gone, do you know what? Even though this player won the ball, still worthy of a red because of how dangerous the play was. And even though Jack Grealish was fine in the end, like, Jorginho only got a yellow. So I'm pretty sure Italy should be down to 10 men in one of those 2 scenarios. But no, they both stayed on the pitch. And then as you go into the penalty shootout, it's going to be one or the other in Italy winning or England winning. And Harry Kane and Maguire, 2 brilliant penalties. So you can't go wrong with them. Jordan Pickford, he did as much as he could in saving the penalties that he could save. And yeah, Rashford, who I would have wanted a penalty on. Like, he has taken penalties for Man United, and you see him step up. You're thinking, he looks like he's going to beat Donnarumma in goal, but hits the post. Sancho, not the worst penalty in the world, but easy enough for the goalkeeper to save. And then Bukayo Saka taking the last penalty. The last one. And, oh yeah, the fact that a kid has literally missed the last penalty is just heartbreaking. It really was. And yeah, it hurts that we lost, but I'm still proud of how far England got. There has been today reports of racist abuse towards Sancho, Rashford and Saka, which is just bang out of order. It really is. Like, the fact that these players were being congratulated a few days ago for reaching the final, and seeing them play, we're always like, oh yeah, we want to see Sancho playing, we want to see Saka playing, and then for them to get racist abuse because they missed a penalty, like, just f*** off. What makes you think that you can even do that? What makes you think that you can just dish out racist abuse because of one mistake and that in the future they may make up for? But the fact that it's happened to them is just so unneeded. People wonder why England players have been taking the knee over this tournament. This is the reason why, because it's still happening. It's still going on, racist abuse, which is just not needed at all. Like, if you are someone that is dishing out abuse towards these players, despite the fact that they've got to a final, nah, you deserve every f***ing punishment under the sun. You really do. Like, there's just no need for it. And I hope that whoever is, like, dishing out this abuse gets found out. And if you know someone that has done that, then tell them. Just tell them that they're bang out of order. End of. Like, there's no need for it. No excuses. You're mad at the fact that England didn't win the Euros, so you take your anger out on the players and everyone around you. Like, no need for it. There are plenty of tournaments where we can go even further and win a trophy. It's just not needed. End of. But besides all of that, we have to look at the positives in the fact that our squad is very young. Some of them are, you could say, inexperienced, but losing this final will make them grow as a person and help within that experience and just get them further. And fingers crossed, we win a trophy. I mean, we've got the World Cup coming up soon, so why not think that we can win it. But we've got another year until that happens, so there's plenty of time for us to get to a stage where we are ready and we can fight for getting into a final of a major tournament. But anyways, that is where I'm ending today's video. Be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you soon with another video where hopefully my emotions aren't as raw, and in the future I'll be okay and cheering England on once more. So until then, peace.